Mr. Speaker, the senator who spoke last has misled the House. And it's so unfortunate because he's the vice chairman of the Legal Affairs Committee. The gentleman who was on the floor, who he was purporting to inform, was the chair of the Samboja Committee. And the report was brought here. Is it in order for a member to stand up and mislead the House? The report was tabled. Is it in order?
Order members. Order members. Order. What I know. Order. Let me put this on record. If the committee finds allegations substantiated, then the report will still come here and a vote will be taken. If the allegations are not substantiated, it was over, the report, it will be tabled, but there will be no further debate on the matter. It dies there. Yeah. That's just for nothing. The report will come for nothing.
Point of order.
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. Please, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Let us order.
This is my time, and I want Professor
What's your point of order, members? Order.
Yeah.
Not on the same.
Point of order.
Not on the same.
Yeah, please protect me,
Point of
Mr.
order.
Speaker. Thank you.
What's your point of order, Senator?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think it's important for the public to note. God, my mask. You're not complaining about other people's mask, only mine. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to request you.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to request you to be a bit clear on your directive. And for this reason. If a report is tabled in this parliament, nothing stops a member from this house to be able to ask you to give a detailed ruling. Mr. Speaker, sir, on your communication, we invite you to give us a ruling on a point of order. There are precedents in this court, in this parliament, Mr. Speaker, sir. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, let us be clear. When we are informing the public, or when we're informing the member who was speaking, Mr. Speaker, sir, let us not lie to the public that we do not have the power to be able to raise issues on that report.
Senator Murkomen.
Mr. Speaker, I think we should raise this. I'm really surprised that even Senator Mutula would fall into the same trap. I would have expected, Mr. Speaker, him to appreciate further because we've been here longer. Mr. Speaker, Section 33 of the County Government Act, which Mr. Speaker was privileged to participate in its drafting, provides that, Mr. Speaker, in subsection, in Section 33(5), if the special committee reports that the particulars of an allegation against the governor have not been substantiated, further proceedings shall not be taken under this section in respect of the allegation or in respect to the allegations. So, Mr. Speaker, you are correct, you are right. We must tell the public the reason why there is a clamor here between whether it's the plenary or whether it's the rest of the House is because the senators who are here know very well that if a committee is chosen and for whatever reason they go and clear the governor, that is the end of the matter. It will never come back to this House. And the reason why the people of Kirinyaga are crying that let it come to the House is because they are saying instead of subjecting it to 11 senators to make that very important decision, they want the 67 senators to make that decision. That's all.
I think the matter is clear. Let Senator Ndwiga continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that argument is, and like Senator Junior says, I was privileged by this House to chair the Committee on Samboja. And it is true, Mr. Speaker, that if the committee finds there is no incriminating evidence against the governor, that's the end of the matter. Mr. Speaker, and that is why Kirinyaga people are crying out to this House. Mr. Speaker, I am not saying that there will be no justice if the matter goes to the committee. But Mr. Speaker, justice is done. But justice should be seen to be done. And that's what the people of Kirinyaga expect. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, those of us here, we have a lot of respect for the senators who've been appointed to this committee. But Mr. Speaker, the people of Kirinyaga, and by the way, the people of Kenya, throughout this republic, are waiting to hear the verdict of this House, which way this House goes. And Mr. Speaker, I want to advise the political players, particularly the party leaders, watch out. This space, Mr. Speaker, is not as steady as you think. It is very slippery. 2 years down the road, we will need the people. And 2 years down the road, Mr. Speaker, Kirinyaga people are unlikely to forget what you did to them if you don't go the way they want. Mr. Speaker, sir.
On a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Orengo?
Which point of order? Which point of order?
Order,
Since
Senator.
the Speaker has been allowing points of order.
Yes, your
Mr. Speaker, we are not seeking vengeance, we're seeking justice. So justice has got two sides. The people of Kirinyaga have got their expectations. But the issue before the Senate is not about what is being said out there. The issue before the Senate is what is being presented before the Senate. Facts are stubborn. Now, we may as well go and have a baraza in Kirinyaga. That is an alternative. But our rules say we must stick here.
It's on a point of order.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay.
Mr. Speaker,
What's your point of
please.
order, Senator Chariot?
Mr. Speaker, it will be of great interest to this House for Senator Orengo, who has been a leading crusader this afternoon,